Olive was wearing a knight's helmet and was sitting on a grey horse, which was strolling along a winding path.
Hello, I'm Olive.
I'm Melvin,
said the horse in a mournful voice. Ahead, Olive could see a huge castle with battlements and a tall tower.
Heck, that's an impressive castle.
Is it? When you've seen one castle, you've seen them all.
Suddenly, Olive heard a voice.
Help! Help!
It was coming from the top of the tower.
I think someone needs rescuing. Giddy up!
Melvin ambled over the drawbridge with Olive.
Help! Help!
Come on, Melvin. We have to climb to the top.
Towers have stairs and horses don't do stairs.
Melvin sat down, took out a horse hoof file and began to file his hooves.
Oh, I guess I'm on my own then.
Olive climbed a long spiral staircase up hundreds of steps until finally she reached a wooden door at the top. Olive tried the door, but it was locked.
Hello? I'm here to rescue you.
The key is under the mat.
Olive looked under the mat and found a big metal key.
Oh,
She unlocked the door and went inside. Sitting in the room was a little prince who had beautiful long golden plaits.
heck, that's the longest hair I've ever seen. I'm Olive.
I'm Prince Raphael. It's long because I've been locked up for ages by the evil Princess Pat and she won't let me cut it. You have to get me out before she returns.
Hold it right there, Knight.
Growled a voice.
I'm Princess Pat and you ain't going nowhere with my lovely long-haired prince.
Well, actually, I'm here to rescue him.
Yeah, right, that's what you think.
Princess Pat marched out and locked the door behind her.
What are we going to do now?
Olive looked out of the window. Far below, she saw Melvin still filing his hooves.
A prince with long blonde hair. A hoof file. I think I may have an idea. Oh, Melvin! Can you throw me up that hoof file, please?
What? Oh, suppose so.
Melvin threw up the hoof file. Olive caught it.
Now, I'm going to use this file to cut off your long hair.
No, if the princess finds out, she'll be really angry.
It's okay, because we're going to escape.
Although the prince didn't like it, he let Olive cut off his hair. She tied one end to the door and threw the other end out of the window.
Right, we can use your hair to climb down and get away, but we must be really careful.
Olive carefully climbed down from the window. The prince followed, and soon they were both safely on the ground.
Oh, you two are really heavy.
Oi, where do you think you're going?
Olive turned to see Princess Pat standing by the tower. Her face was bright red with anger.
Let's get out of here.
Melvin galloped off. They rode away from the castle, leaving the princess shaking her hairy fist.
Right, that's far enough.
Yes, I think we're safe now.
Thanks for rescuing me, Olive, although I do miss my lovely long hair.
Actually, you look rather handsome with your new short haircut.
Thanks very much.
The prince gave Olive a kiss on her beak.
But Cake, I've never been kissed by a handsome prince before.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I rescued a handsome prince from a castle.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself in a large, empty kitchen.
Hello? Anyone around?
Oh, at last, you're my new dinner lady. I'm Margaret.
Oh, hello. I'm Olive.
Oh, no time to chat. We're 3 dinner ladies short at school today. They're all off. It's just me and you left to serve all the children their lunches.
Oh, dear. Well, I'll do my best.
Thanks, Olive. Now, I need you to take all the food I've been cooking out of the ovens and put them on display at the service counter, please. Let's go to work.
Olive ran about, getting the food to the counter. Nearby, a bald man in a suit was attaching a large "No running" sign to the wall with black sticky tape.
No running.
When he finished, he marched over to Margaret.
Hello, Margaret. I know you're a few dinner ladies short today, but it's important that you serve the children quickly, please, so they're back for lessons by 1 o'clock.
Oh, yes, Headmaster, absolutely. Right, Olive, hold on to your hairnet.
The hall doors burst open and hordes of children came streaming in. They piled into the lunch line and instantly started yelling their orders.
Chips, mushy peas and a cheeseburger, please.
Have a tuna salad with mashed potato.
Fresh fruit.
Before long, Olive and Margaret were completely overrun with orders. Olive was working so quickly, she started mixing everything up. She served tuna salad inside burger buns and fruit with chips and was spilling things on the floor.
Oh, my cake! I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Olive, we're not fast enough. I need 10 arms to serve this many meals. What are we going to do?
Olive looked around the kitchen and noticed lots of kitchen utensils hanging on the wall. She also remembered the sticky tape the headmaster was using earlier.
Kitchen spoons and ladles, some sticky tape. I think I may have an idea. Hold out your arms, Margaret. I've thought of a way to give you some more arms.
Margaret held her arms out. Olive attached spoons to her elbows and knees and a large soup ladle to the top of her head.
Now you can serve much faster than before, using every part of your body to scoop and serve. If you attach the rest to me, we'll get through these lunches in no time.
They started serving again. They each balanced on one leg while using every part of their body to scoop up the different food orders. The queue was finally moving quickly,
5 minutes, ladies.
said the headmaster sternly. Olive and Margaret worked faster and faster.
Careful, Olive.
It was all going so well, but then Olive stepped back onto some slippery mashed potato. She skidded, went crashing into the food counter, then hurtled into Margaret.
Sorry.
They landed in a big heap on the floor, and all the food they were serving went flying.
Cake.
Olive covered her eyes as the food sailed through the air, but the food miraculously landed right onto the students' plates, serving everyone left waiting in the line.
Oh, we did it. Oh, and all thanks to your quick thinking, Olive.
It wasn't just quick thinking, it was some super quick serving. I think I need a good lie down.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Cake? Actually, I helped a dinner lady serve the school lunches.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself standing on a floating iceberg next to an igloo. She was dressed in a woolly hat and scarf.
It's so cold.
Shivered Olive.
It's not just cold, it's freezing. Just how it's meant to be here in the Arctic.
Said a young polar bear who appeared from the igloo.
You're telling me? I'm Olive, by the way.
Hello, Olive. I'm Alfred, and that's my village over there.
Olive looked over at a group of igloos just like Alfred's on a distant iceberg.
But if that's your village, Alfred, what are you doing all the way over here?
Floating further away from my village, that's what. Oh, you see, the iceberg split in two and sent my igloo and me floating out into the sea. I was so busy fishing, I didn't realise until it was too late.
Oh dear. Can't you swim back?
I'm only little. I can't swim that far.
Oh, that's cold. Not to worry, Alfred. We'll think of another way to get you home.
I do hope we can. It's very lonely here.
Your fishing rod could be helpful. Maybe we could use it to hook onto the big iceberg and then pull ourselves across.
Great idea, Olive.
Olive picked up the fishing rod and cast the line out towards the big
Oh
iceberg.
no.
Oh, we've drifted too far, Olive. The fishing line won't reach.
Not to worry, Alfred. We'll try something else.
Olive spotted a penguin swimming in the ocean. She reeled the fishing line back and popped a fish onto the end.
Maybe we can get someone to pull us.
Olive cast the fish out towards the penguin. The fish landed in the water with a splash. The penguin grabbed it and tried to swim away. Its little flippers splashed and splashed, but neither the penguin nor Alfred's iceberg moved.
That penguin isn't strong enough to pull my iceberg back to the village. It's just too big, Olive. We'll have to find another way to get me home.
a fishing rod, a penguin, an igloo. I think I may have an idea. We can turn your igloo into a boat. That should be light enough for a penguin to pull.
Alfred and Olive quickly flipped the igloo onto its roof, slid it into the water, and they jumped aboard.
Now we just need a bit of penguin power.
Olive cast another fish towards the penguin, but it flew over the penguin's head and plopped into the water beyond. Suddenly, a huge whale rose out of the water with the fish in its mouth.
Cake, that's not good.
As the whale zoomed off, the little igloo skimmed over the splashing waves towards the village. The polar bears all dived for cover as Alfred and Olive catapulted out of the water, skidded across the ice, and finally slowed to a halt in the middle of the village. A huge polar bear lumbered towards them.
Oh, there you are, Alfred. Did you remember supper?
Yes, Mum.
Replied Alfred as he gestured to the igloo, which was now filled with fish from their journey.
Well done, Alfred. There's enough fish here to feed the entire village.
Thanks for getting me home, Olive. I had lots of fun.
So did I, Alfred. In fact, I had a whale of a time.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Cake? Actually, I went fishing in an igloo with a polar bear.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself on board a bus with some other passengers, but the bus didn't seem to be moving.
Hello, I'm Olive. Where's this bus going today?
I'm Jeff, and this bus is going nowhere until I find me glasses. I can't drive the bus without them. I must have left them at the last stop when I got out for a cup of tea.
Well, why don't I drive the bus back to the last stop so you can look for them?
Oh, you can't drive a bus without a driving licence.
Actually, I have one of those.
Oh, OK. Hop in the driver's seat, Olive. I'll give you directions.
They set off, but it wasn't long before they hit a problem.
Excuse me, I wanted to get off at the corner shop bus stop to buy some milk, but we've gone past it.
Don't worry, we'll go back. Olive, it's down there and left a bit.
Unfortunately, without his glasses, Jeff couldn't see properly, and so his directions took the bus into the middle of a field, not the corner shop.
Oh, dear. I see now. This way, please, Olive.
Excuse me, I wanted to get off at the Arts Gallery stop to go and buy a painting of a beautiful landscape, but we seem to have missed it.
Sorry. We can go back, can't we, Jeff?
Of course we can.
So Jeff gave Olive directions to the gallery, although he didn't seem to notice that he was talking to a sheep and not to Olive. So instead of stopping at the gallery, they ended up at the beach. The passengers had a lovely paddle whilst Olive consulted a big map.
Hey, Ostrich, go! What's the deal with the bus stops? When are we going to get to the skate park?
Yes, just a minute. All aboard!
Olive set off, following Jeff's directions, and found herself in the middle of a herd of cows on top of a mountain.
Cake, this doesn't look right.
Oh, dear. Sorry, everybody. Olive, what are we going to do?
The passengers all complained loudly.
I just wanted to buy a pint of milk. It's gone right past the shop. It's no good at all.
Some frustrated passengers, a herd of cows, and a big tall mountain. I think I may have an idea.
Olive whispered into the ear of a cow who was trying to get on the bus. The cow mooed enthusiastically.
Ooh.
Why don't you take this cow home with you? Then you'll have as much milk as you like.
Great. Hi, I'm Colin.
Moo!
You know, if you took a photo from the top of this mountain, it'd be better than any painting in the gallery.
You're right, it's an amazing view.
I have an idea for you, too.
Hey, cool.
The boy hopped on his skateboard and whizzed off down the mountain. At that moment, a farmer appeared at the door of the bus.
Hello. All my farm animals are missing. Have you seen them?
Oh, well, Oh, actually, we do seem to have a bus full of, farm animals.
Do we?
Are they yours?
Yes, they are. Florence, why are you wearing glasses?
Glasses?
They must have been on the bus all this time. Thank you, Olive. Ah, there you are. Right, shall we take everyone home? Olive, which stop would you like?
I think I'll hop off here. Any longer and I'll be driven round the bend.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I was driving a bus all over the place.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was wearing a sparkly purple tutu and white boots with metal blades on the bottom. She was standing on a white floor in a big, chilly room. Olive took a step forward, but slipped on the floor. It was made out of ice. She fell over and landed on her bottom.
Ouch! Oh, this floor's very slippery and very cold.
A very glamorous ice skater glided up to Olive and helped her to her feet.
Oh, thanks for helping me up. My name's Olive.
The ice skater was wearing a sparkly white outfit and a cape made of hundreds of purple ribbons. He was looking rather upset.
Hello, Olive. My name is Sammy Sparkle, and I'm having a dazzling disaster.
Why is that, Sammy?
It's the biggest ice skating competition of the year, Shimmer and Shine, and my partner is nowhere to be seen. Without a partner, I can't enter the competition, and it begins in 1 hour.
Maybe I can help you. But can you show me what to do?
So Sammy took her wing and tried to teach Olive how to ice skate. But Olive slipped, wobbled and flopped all over the place.
Well, I'm not sure ostriches are cut out for ice skating.
Oh, but Olive, how are we ever going to win Shimmer and Shine?
Just then, Olive noticed Sammy's cape.
The ribbons from your cape. I think I may have an idea.
They went backstage to Sammy's dressing room and got to work. Olive plucked the ribbons from his cape and tied them all together.
Oh, what are you doing to my cape?
I've made a long ribbon to tie us together. Now I'll be able to stay on my feet while we dance.
Oh, what a fabulous idea.
Suddenly, a voice boomed out over the loudspeakers.
Will the final 2 competing ice skaters please come to the rink?
Olive quickly wrapped the ribbon around them, tied a knot, and off they went. They glided out onto the ice and began to dance together. Because Olive was tied to Sammy, they both performed an amazing dance, and Olive didn't fall over. It was all going so well until the knot in the long purple ribbon began to loosen and Olive slid away from Sammy.
Oh, no, Olive. What are we going to do now?
Grab onto one end of the ribbon and I'll hold the other. Whatever you do, Sammy, don't let go.
But it was too late. Olive was slipping and sliding all over the place, running on the spot, skating backwards, forwards, here, there, and everywhere. It was a disaster. Sammy tried to pull Olive back towards him, but as he did, she tripped and the ribbon snapped into lots of little ribbons which flew up in the air along with Olive. Screamed Olive with her wings flapping in the air. She flew straight into Sammy Sparkle and they both dramatically dropped to the floor. The crowd stood to their feet and went wild. Sammy Sparkle couldn't believe it.
The crowd loved us, Olive.
Olive and Sammy bowed to the judges as they each held up their scorecards. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Fabulous. A perfect score. We've won Shimmer and Shine, and it's all down to you, Olive.
Oh, phew. For a moment there, I thought we were skating on thin ice.
They both laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I won a skating competition.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing on a large grey planet. She was wearing a strange helmet that was attached to a big backpack.
Oh, look at the sky! Isn't it beautiful?
Suddenly, a little green man popped out of one of the holes. He was carrying a bright red handbag.
Oh dear, oh dear.
He said as he hurried past Olive.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Hello, my name's Olive. What's the hurry?
The little green man stopped.
Oh hello. My name is Buzzapalema Hoopilaga Roopilaba Bababaja Camu Beep, but you can call me Sarah.
Oh, Sarah. That's an odd name for a little man.
Well, of course, I am an alien.
That's true. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I've never met an alien before.
Well, it's nice to meet you too, but I'm in a real hurry. Can't stop and chat.
But why are you in such a rush?
It's my mum's birthday, and I've bought her a sunstone. Problem is, I'm so forgetful I've gone and forgotten where I've put it, and my mum will be here in her spaceship any minute now.
Oh dear. I could help you look, but I don't know what a sunstone looks like.
Sarah opened his handbag and took out a large pad of paper and some crayons.
I'm a great drawer. I can draw you a picture of a sunstone, and then maybe you could help me look for it, Olive.
Sarah sat down and drew a lovely picture of a big red stone. Olive looked thoughtfully at the drawing.
Your picture's really good. In fact, it's so good, I think I may have an idea. Why don't you draw lots and lots of pictures of the sunstone and write missing across it in big letters? I'll pin them up, and then if anyone sees the stone, they'll know where to hand it in.
So Sarah sat and drew picture after picture after picture. And Olive ran all around the planet, pinning them anywhere and everywhere. Eventually, the whole planet was covered in pictures of the sunstone. Olive and Sarah waited and waited and waited.
Oh dear, no one's come to tell us they found the sunstone. And after all that work we did.
Oh, hang on. I forgot. No one else lives on this planet but me.
Oh, so no one else is going to see our posters anyway? Well, now we're never going to find the sunstone. The whole planet is covered in our posters.
Oh no, here comes my mum.
Just then, Sarah's mum arrived in her spaceship. She was wearing a beautiful red stone around her neck, just like the ones in the pictures.
Oh, my goodness.
Sarah's mum exclaimed.
You've decorated the whole planet for my birthday. And thank you so much for this lovely sunstone. It arrived in a space mail this morning.
Olive shook her head and chuckled.
Sarah, you're so forgetful. You forgot you'd already sent the sunstone to your mum in the space mail. Maybe you should write everything down so you don't forget things in the future.
Of course, that's what the crayons and the paper were for.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay. Actually, I've been to another planet and helped an alien.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
It was very dark, except for one light that was pointing straight at her.
Oop, Gurk, I'm in the spotlight.
Exclaimed Olive. She was on stage in a huge theatre. She was wearing a frilly collar and very, very pointy shoes. She could hear someone crying and headed off to investigate. Backstage was dark. She couldn't see anyone anywhere. She noticed the sobbing was coming from under a large fairy cushion in the corner. Olive tried to lift up the cushion, but the cushion moved and cried, "Ouch!" The cushion stood up, and Olive saw that it had arms and legs. It wasn't a cushion at all. It was actually a big brown bear.
Oh, sorry.
Said Olive.
Don't worry, happens all the time. I'm Sir Derek Jackabear.
I'm Olive. Pleased to meet you. But why are you crying?
It's the opening night of the play. The actress I'm performing with hasn't arrived. I'm scared I'll forget my lines.
Oh, dear. Well, I could be the actress. But I don't know the lines either.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do, lovey?
Olive saw that there was a big book sitting on a table next to a bottle of glue.
Is that the play we're performing in?
That's the one. 11th Night by William Shakespeare.
And what do you use the glue for?
I use it to stick this false beard on for the play.
A script. Some glue? I think I may have an idea.
With Sir Derek's help, Olive tore out all the pages from the script and stuck them everywhere. On the curtains, on the props, even on the stage itself.
Oh, I see. Now we don't have to remember our lines. We can just read them. Bravo, lovey.
As Derek stuck on his false beard, Olive put on the final piece of hair costume, a huge feathery hat. Derek gave her one last piece of advice.
Break a leg, lovey.
Olive looked confused.
It's what we say in the theatre. It means good luck.
And with that, the curtain went up and the play began. Olive and Derek moved around the stage, reading the lines and acting out the play. Everything was going brilliantly until one of the big feathers on Olive's hat fell in front of her eyes. She couldn't see where she was going. One of her long shoes caught on a page that she had glued to the stage. Olive fell off the stage and into the audience. But the audience caught Olive and lifted her up high above their heads. She crowd surfed all the way around the theatre before eventually landing back on the stage. And with that, the play was over. The audience went wild, clapping and cheering.
This play is a huge success.
Boomed Sir Derek.
I have my beautiful leading lady to thank for that.
He leaned over and gave Olive a kiss on her beak.
Mwah.
Oh, I say. I didn't break a leg, but I've got a few bruises from falling off the stage.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been performing in a spectacular play.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing in a dental surgery. On the side counter sat some dentist tools, a bottle of mouthwash and some tooth floss. Olive was wearing a blue nurse's smock.
I'm at the dentist.
A large crocodile was sitting in the dentist's chair, looking rather scared.
Are you okay?
Asked Olive. Not really, said the crocodile, shaking her head. From the surgery hopped a little bird, also wearing a blue smock. He grabbed a metal prodder from the counter.
Hello, I'm Olive.
Morning, nurse. I'm Johnny Lee Mola, dentist.
But I'm not the nurse.
I see the patients here. Smiley Sally, yes?
Said Mr. Mola.
Toothache, eh? Warned her to clean those teeth. Clean teeth, no toothache, see?
Mumbled Smiley.
I didn't quite catch that.
She says she did clean her teeth, but then she lost her toothbrush.
Oh, dear.
Smiley here doesn't want to open her mouth. Unless I can see her teeth, I can't make the toothache better. Smile, please.
Olive looked over to the counter and spotted the mouthwash.
Smiling? Mouthwash? I think I may have an idea.
Olive took a big sip of the mouthwash and gargled loudly. The funny gargling noise was such a surprise that Smiley didn't just smile, she laughed. Mr. Mola quickly flew up, landed in Smiley's mouth and began to inspect her teeth.
Well done, Olive. Keep it up.
Laughed Smiley.
Just a bit longer.
Then suddenly there was a gulp. Smiley had laughed so hard, she'd accidentally swallowed Mr. Mola.
Oops.
Quick, Smiley! Open super wide!
Olive grabbed a dentist mirror and used it to peer down Smiley's throat.
Hello up there!
Echoed a voice. It was Mr. Molar.
I'm stuck down here in Smiley's tummy and I can't climb out!
Olive spotted the crocodile tooth floss on the counter. She pulled out a long piece, then lowered it down into Smiley's mouth.
Stay open nice and wide, Smiley.
Okay, got it. Pull me up, please.
At last, Mr. Molar appeared and hopped out of Smiley's mouth.
Are you okay, Mr. Molar?
Ah, never better. One of the hazards of the job. Now, how's that toothache?
Why, it's gone.
Thought so. Found this stuck in your back teeth.
Mr. Molar held up a pink toothbrush.
My toothbrush.
Must have accidentally swallowed it while brushing.
No wonder you had toothache.
Smiley looked worried.
But what if I swallow my toothbrush again?
Olive took some crocodile tooth floss and tied it to the toothbrush.
Now you'll be able to pull it out yourself.
Good idea.
Cried Mr. Molar. And as a reward, he gave everyone a sticker with a picture of a big smile on it.
Best patient for you, Smiley. Best dentist for me. And for Olive.
Best gargler.
They all laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Actually, I've been fixing a crocodile smile.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.